Welcome to Metaphor, Magic and Mastery First Edition. I'm Devorah Spilman, your host, and I am the founder of the In-Story Way and a storyteller and soul story coach. So I decided that, of course, it made sense to do this first run of this new program I'm creating for you, this new inspiration right here in the metaphor we're dealing with, which is the metaphor of being in the tangled forest versus the path. And so here you can see some of the tangled forest. This is my real forest where I walk. And then you can just see, if you look here, that there's a path. And I'm going to just head onto the path for a minute and turn the video around and take a moment and see this path. It's just made. Someone came here before me and made this path. And then here's what the path goes through. Here is the actual tangled forest I walk through regularly, only because there is this path. I use this metaphor all the time, and I'll take you on my walk with me a little bit. I use this metaphor all the time to really think about where are you in your life, and that we each are, so to speak, the path maker for each other. So you might feel in a tangle of how to find your purpose, how to tell your story, where you're going, but I know how to make a path to help you find your way clearly through that, so that then you become able to create a path for the next person. So that's our metaphor for today. Now, obviously, I'm not always going to be able to take you physically necessarily out to where the metaphor is based, but as I was here today, I went, I should make this video here in my running clothes and red in the face a little, and make this guided meditation for you here. So I'm going to park myself on a little rock here, and just out in my forest. People will walk by, that's okay. And I'm going to lead you through a little meditation. So go ahead and close your eyes and just begin to notice your breath coming in and out. And really allow yourself to feel that shift to stillness. Feel that sense of breathing bigger than your physical self. And then allow your awareness to shift to that flow from above. Feel your connection to God, Source, the universe, and feel that pure light from above coming down to the top of your head, filling your whole body, your whole being with light, love, healing, blessing, guidance, clarity, down through your feet into the earth, grounding you in the earth. And breathe up that solid, rooted, comforting energy of the earth into the center of your being. And be aware of being in that state of connected flow. This is always the first step of the in-story guided process that has the acronym STATE. This is the S, stop and breathe. The second step is always think about it. So take a moment and think about what it feels like to be in the tangled forest. Where in your life do you feel like you're in the tangle, trapped, spin cycle? Every step you take doesn't really seem to lead anywhere. You don't know which way to go. Maybe that feeling of being lost in endless forest with no path. What is like that in your life? Just take a moment and viscerally feel the sense of being in a tangled mass of forest with no path. Okay, and I want you to now imagine that you are asking for a path. In this work, we always have the steps that are ask and trust. So you're thinking about what in your life feels like a tangled mess. Now I want you to ask. Often we ask for an image or metaphor. This time you're asking for a path. Ask, show me the path, and look around and you will find the path. I am here to help you create that path. So right now, a path is being created for you. Look around and find it. And take a moment and notice what happens. How do you discover the path? What are your feelings about this? Did you run into there won't be a path? Is there no path? Is the path easily there? Was it there all the time but you couldn't find it? Just notice what happens. And do whatever it takes to ask for the path to be revealed to you. Know that a path is opening up for you and begin to walk on that path. See a path through the forest and walk on it. And let this path lead you out of the forest and ask for an image or a metaphor of exactly where you need to go. What do you need to see or know next? Where does this path lead you? And trust that where it leads you will be some kind of an image, a metaphor, a message for what's next, a clarity. Trust whatever you get. Always the next steps are ask and trust. So look around and see where this path has led you. Maybe you're in a field, maybe you're in a place, maybe there's someone there. Something becomes clear and revealed to you. You can ask questions and trust the answers you get. Be creative, trust whatever is happening. If it's very different than what I'm saying, go with what comes to you. Don't worry if it doesn't make sense in the beginning. Allow it to unfold and trust that the clarity is coming. There is a path, and your way and your purpose and your story are opening before you with the clarity that you seek. Know you can come back and go through this again. You can ask questions, you can go deeper. And the last step is always explain, interpret. Just ask yourself, what is my message? What is the meaning? What's the explanation? Ask for understanding and trust what you get. Just be intuitive, associate whatever you think is your message. And then when you're ready, take a deep breath. Bring yourself back into the moment. Look around, take a breath, and then I encourage you to write down what you got. As always with all my work, this is the work I do to help you understand what you get. So you will always have the availability to apply for a free soul story session with me if you are feeling called to something more. Which is a lot of what's happening to a lot of us right now, is the sense that we are being called to something more. So you can reply in an email, you can book a soul story session, share with a friend, write what you got, take a next step. Tap into the power and the magic and mastery of metaphor. You will strengthen your metaphor muscles. You will see that you get better and better at this. And we would love to hear from you, and we would love to know how it works. And as I say at the end of all my videos, take what you've learned, feel it inside, trust yourself, and then go out into the world and share your story. Live your purpose and be a blessing. Bye, folks.